We continue learning Dirshu Mishnah Bura Siman Reish Beis, and we pick it up with Sif Ches. Teaches the Machaber in Sif Ches Tvash Hazov Me'at Tamarim. The previous Sif we learned about Tamarim. We learned about the extension of Tamarim, which is going to be potato chips, which is the incredible Yisaid that the brachas defined whether the item still has some of its original appearance. In Sivches, we go into the dvash, the honey, which is zav me'at tamarim, which is flowing from the date of Arch Alav, shahakol. All liquids that go from fruits, side 4, olives and grapes, you make a shahakol. Says the Mishnah Berurah over here, zav me'at tamarim. You crush it, you grind it. Mavarich alav shakol sevkatim envav. Demadich sebater zay shemnu dvash. Hainu tamarim hayotzim min advash. Av dvash gufa is zeya ba'am avun b'chal pri. The dvash itself, the honey, is that which flows from it. It's not the pri, so you make a shakol. Amashken hayotzim katim emzayin kigoyin yayin tapuchen apple. Wine, literally, when it comes out of the home, whether you squish it, whether you crush it, so we take a moment, we go to Dirshu, number 56 and 55, which the Dirshu discusses the bracha on different types of fruits, juices that come from fruits. Says the Dirshu number 55, whether it comes out on its own. Says the Dirshu 55. Similarly, what about the juice that's inside of a fruit? For example, you open up a melon or a coconut. Says the Ben Ish Chai, you make a shahakol. However, if you eat it, maybe like a grapefruit, and then you drink the juice with it, then the baracha of the ha'it paters brings the kafachayim and it's the same din. Now, what about the fact that when it comes to fruit, that the roiv achilasai is through schita number 56, says the Chazon Ish, you talking in sarch roiv tashmisha shall pri, eladai shel roiv bnei adam use it in this way, that this is the way they want the fruit, and the Chazon Ish is a little bit of a sarch, what's the story over here? Now, what about zeitim anavim? Why are they considered mashke and not zeiva alma? Says the grass, see, kivin sheberichem ba'in lechlal chilasan, bekach. This is why you're eating them, to have your wine, to have your olive oil. Ikar Apri was planted for that, for the oil, for the great wine, therefore as the chshivas of the pri, and our Chashulchan says the same thing. Now, mitz tapuzim, orange juice, a very famous machlokes. Says the Chazon Ish, you make ha'etz and orange juice. Why? Because it's considered a crushed up fruit. Derech l'schita is not just to get rid of the liquid, but rather they actually take the actual orange and they pulverize it in, like any of the juicing machines nowadays, or even they blend it, whatever they do, and you're eating the actual orange. And therefore, the roiv achilasai is through the schita, and therefore it says, or Chazon Ish, he seemingly writes, you make a ha'it. Sidate, that's what he used mitzadid. However, Lamaisa, Rav Chaim Kanievsky gives edus, gives testimony that even the Chazon Ish himself, it's famous to quote that the Chazon Ish holds that orange juice should be ha'it. However, says Rav Chaim, it's true. Chazon Ish is such a svara based on the sugya that it's made for that and it's pulverized, but even the Chazon Ish himself made a shahakol. Why? Sharei in birchas aresek. Davar sharei v'chlas le'ischil sheni machlaikas, big machlaikas. Nesi Karela says the same thing that Chazon Ish said a shahakol. If you made a eitz, you're yotzei. Certainly, if there are pieces of the fruit in it, if you made eitz, you're yotzei. However, on the other hand, Arla Tzion writes it's called just zeya, and of course it's shahakol mikradin. Rav Yashiv, Rav Vosner, they all say that orange juice, of course, is a shahakol. And they're mafakfik with what the Chazon Ish meant. Staver, if you make a eight, they agree or yotzei b'diavad. But of course, and as well, Shem Zalman, you make a shahakol. Lemon juice, says in this Kralis, is a ha'etz. Why? Based on the aforementioned chazanish, with regard to squeezing the fruit, it has kedusha shivius. Lemon is even more than an orange because no one eats lemons, and therefore you make a ha'etz. And even if you add in sugar to sweeten it, the lemon is still the ikar, the sugar is the tafel. Now we'll just point out our lemon juice is like, I don't know, more than 50% water. Maybe if you have mamish pure lemon juice with a dot of something else, but our lemon juice, which is mamish water, of course, is a shahakal. Mitz gezer carrot juice, says Rav Vosner, the din is kimin tapuzin liniyazeh, and therefore, Chazanish said it's bar pri adama, because it's mamish the whole pri inside the midst, and everyone else is shahakal. And again, the world of juicing, to mamish what's going on over there. Maybe it's a little bit less because when you juice it, you don't actually get the actual fruit. It's just they squeeze it entirely. Maybe more if you grind it up like a shake. But lamaisa, we make a shahakal on these things when it's fully pulverized. Tomato juice, Rav Shlomo Zalman, Rav Elyashiv says it's shahakal according to everyone. So lamaisa, all these juices, we are going to make a shahakal. And we continue now with Sif Tes. Says the Machaber, Soife Anovim Shein Mitbashlim La'ilam, V'chein Ala Noivloi Shein Tamar Shebishlam V'srafim L'choim, V'yavshai, these types of grapes and whatnot, Mevari Shahakal, these unripe or these whatever they are. Let's see, the Mishnah Berurah explains, if got them Memchaz, Soife Anovim, Hainu Anovim Nimsam Be'gufanim B'moisa Chayref, grapes on the vines in the winter, Shein Mitbashlim La'ilam, V'oisem Men Chaymet, you make vinegar with these items, is a Shahakal, Shebishlam V'srafim, Hainu Shalidei Serefas L'choim, it's very hot and it's bashal and it's yabshu. They dry out and they're cooked in the shtanu likulkulsa and they're destroyed. So you make a shahakal. Shar mefarshim pirshu, says the Mishnah Berurah. The noivlois anu min tamarim, type of date she'ein mitbashal le'ilan. It doesn't ripen on the tree. V'inach shar nachila. You don't really eat it. Al tolshin l'sam machamed l'sam ba'afar mitbashal. They would pick it, put it in the dirt, and then it would ripen. So these aren't really normal types of fruits, and that's the reason why they get a shahakal. Mavar shahakals have got to nun, says Mishbura, and afterwards, v'achrein bar nefashis rabbis. Over there by Baiser, you lemaisa do make adama. So why is it shahakal? Back in Sif Beis, we said unripe fruit seemingly did get the bracha of the normal peri, or at least adama because it comes from the ground. Why all of a sudden over here is it a shahakal? Yeshleimer, the shiny awesome, danavim ma'iloninu, because anavim grapes have a ma'ila elishlo nigmru adayin. They're not fully ripe yet. It's only there for the vinegar. Therefore, it's like the liquid that comes out. So you make a shahakal. And that's going to be these interesting types of fruits which aren't right. You make a shahakal. But the big lima today is all the different juices of the world. Is going to be a shahakal. Maybe if one makes a ha'etz or a dama and carrot juice, so we make a shahakal in all these juices.